What's up, guys? This is Nathan, MrPoisonBee, whatever. I haven't done a video in a while, and you never know what I'm going to do on this channel, so I decided to start a new series called My Thoughts On. This show can be about, well, pretty much anything under the sun, but it probably won't be about music, because I have a channel for that. I do have the rock music newsreel on this channel, but I haven't done that in forever because nobody was interested in it. I might go back to it, we'll see. This series is a series that I wanted to do for a while, but pretty much a year or so actually, but nobody actually wanted to do it with me, so I kind of held off on it for a while. But now I'm gonna do it, and I'm doing this one by myself. But if anyone wants to join me in future episodes, let me know. So, what I'm gonna do for this show is basically just talk about my thoughts on a certain topic. Any topic, really. Today's topic, my thoughts on cartoon conspiracy theories. Pretty obscure topic to start the show with, but it's something that's quite intriguing. As I'm sure many people are or were, I am a fan of cartoons. I was as a kid, I still am to this day. And, you know, even newer cartoons, older cartoons, any cartoon, most cartoons anyway, have some kind of mostly fan-made conspiracy theory revolving around a certain character or storyline, or possibly even theories that merge two or more shows or animated movies together into the same universe. And this is kind of an interesting thing because it's interesting to see what people think of when they watch a cartoon and how it could go to another cartoon, or what they can think of about a certain character, or basically anything. And I'm sure some of the creators of some of the cartoons and animated movies have actually thought about these theories as they were making the show, but other times it's not necessarily the case. But sometimes you get these theories and the creators themselves deny them. They say that they're not true, and if the creator says it's not true, it must not be true, right? Well, possibly. But you never know, because the creator might be thinking the same thing, and they just might not want to acknowledge it. Sounds a bit weird, but you never know, because some people just don't like other people taking credit for discovering something in their show that they thought of and just never wanted people to figure out. It sounds a bit complicated, and it might not be true at all, but it's just my own theory. Now, some cartoon conspiracy theories are pretty obscure and definitely not believable. Like, there's a theory that Caillou or Charlie Brown or Number One or pretty much every bald cartoon character has cancer, and the only reason that theory exists is because that they're bald. That's it. There's no other evidence to back it up. So that's that. And there are theories that are pretty interesting actually. Like the Pixar theory that all of Pixar's movies are in the same universe and they go chronologically, not in the order of which the movies were released, but in the order in which the movies take place. So, for example, Brave takes place in like the 1500s or something like that. And Then the next in the timeline would be The Incredibles in the 50s and 60s, and so on and so forth. And there's something in each Pixar movie that leads to the next Pixar movie in the chronological order. And yeah, it's pretty interesting stuff. Whether it was done on purpose or not, who knows. But yeah, that's one. And there are countless other theories on everything under the sun, pretty much. Tons of Disney theories. Cartoon Network shows, Nickelodeon shows, any cartoon. Ed, Edd and Eddy, Adventure Time, SpongeBob, Hey Arnold, Rugrats, anything. Any cartoon, any animated movie, pretty much anyway, you're guaranteed to find a theory on it. Guaranteed. Now, here's a question. Why would you be interested in stuff like this? You might not be, but it's definitely something to think about. Some of these theories could have the potential to ruin your childhood, but you know, it I I pretty much dismissed the idea of cartoon theories for that reason. But then a couple weeks ago, I started to actually think about them a bit. And I think it was last week when I actually explored and looked at some, a lot of them. And I found some interesting ones about shows that I loved, shows that I didn't like, and even a couple shows that I never even watched. Movies as well. But it's definitely something interesting. Conspiracy theories in general can be quite fascinating, real life or fictional. And in this case it's fictional. And you know, there's really only one way that you would be interested, and that's if you care enough about conspiracy theories, I guess. Or perhaps maybe you're just interested in looking at the cartoons in a different way. Like, let me put out a theory. For example, like Hey Arnold, the old Nickelodeon cartoon. There's a theory that Arnold is not the main character. The theory is that Helga is the main character. Why is that theory existent? Well, because Helga is the one who always says the title at the beginning of every episode, and she's the only character who has monologues. No other character, not even Arnold, has monologues. Nobody else tells the audience how they're feeling. Nobody else explains their actions. Helga does all that. So, that theory states that Helga is indeed the main character of Hey Arnold, instead of Arnold himself. Now, that or any theory may cause you to watch the show differently. You may be looking for these things. You may be thinking about them while you're watching. You might not see the show the same way. Or maybe you're just like me, and regardless of how many of these theories you look at, you're still going to watch the show the same way because, well, a theory is a theory. It might be true, it might be false. You never know. So overall, my thoughts on cartoon conspiracy theories are some of them are interesting and some of them are just ridiculous. But it's definitely something to look into. Well, that's about all I have to say about this topic. If you guys have anything you'd like me to talk about on this show, let me know. It could be pretty much anything. And if you want to join me, let me know as well. And I will do these as often as I can. I'll try not to let this series die out quickly. But, it is what it is. Anyway, that's about it. So, see you guys in the next one.